Have you ever heard of the term geoeconomics? A lot of people are familiar with the term geopolitics, but what we're seeing right now is a little bit different. The word geoeconomics is something that was coined maybe 80 or 90 years ago, but hasn't been used very much and hasn't always been used consistently. We're in a situation right now where we're going through some unprecedented changes here in North America, where we're seeing things that we've quite literally never, ever seen before in terms of politics and economics and the way they interrelate. The current environment is such that we have a government south of the border that is trying to impose its political will through the use of economic force. And this is a mercantilist president who is going around putting up tariff barriers, trying to extract favors from other countries, better deals that might otherwise be available. And it's a problem because it's not just not just what's being done, it's also the way it's being done. This past weekend, we saw some protests going on throughout the United States with regard to the so-called No Kings movement. And we have a number of people south of the border that are concerned about the lack of checks and balances and the president who is now doing things which are beyond what the guardrails would normally expect or allow a president to do. There's a seeming disregard for the Constitution and everything that entails. And the president, in turn, is basically thumbing his nose at the American people. He's put out an AI-generated video with him on a fighter jet where he actually wears a crown as a very specific reference to being a king, and flying over a protest of American protesters, dumps feces on the people that are protesting against him and against all of his policies and what he is doing. This is the most unpopular president in modern times. And it seems as though the unpopularity will only increase as he continues to foment anger and division within his country. Now, what does that mean for your portfolio? What does that mean for economics? And what does it mean for capital markets? First off, no one knows for sure, but we should note that because this is unprecedented, it is truly dangerous. And the thing that I cannot help but think is that we're now into late October of 2025, and we have midterm elections scheduled in the United States for early November 2026, about 55 weeks from now. There are a number of people who have openly mused that given how very unpopular President Trump is, that there may be cause for him to unilaterally invoke the Insurrection Act and find a way to postpone or, for that matter, cancel the election entirely. Once again, I'm going to stress this. I have no idea what this means for your portfolio, but you would be naive if you think that this is not a truly unprecedented, truly uncommon thing that we have never experienced before in our lifetime. Change is constant. No one knows what the future holds, but be careful out there because we're now in a world where the waters are truly uncharted and no one really knows what's going to be coming next. This has been Weekly Wealth Update, a Make Better Wealth Decisions podcast dedicated to explaining how current events impact your portfolio and the wealth decisions you make. Tune in every Monday for commentary on how the news of the week affects your portfolio and your thinking.